This is what I'm gonna mute myself though.
All right, y'all. Hi. First of all, Katie already kind of hit it, but I just wanted to say I'm really proud of you guys for showing up tonight. We all know that you could be spending your time doing something else with your family, especially this late at night. Most of us do have families. My baby literally woke up 2 minutes before this call, literally. So I said, you know what? We are gonna wing it and we are gonna figure this out. So bear with me, please. Um, this call really doesn't have much of an agenda. We kind of just wanted to bring the heat and be real and meet you guys exactly where you're at and where we are at as well. Because at the end of the day, even though we are all SSDs, we all have stuff going on in our lives. And life is hard no matter where you're at in life. You have probably something really hard that you're going through, or maybe you just went through. And there's no shame in admitting that, no matter where you're at in your business. So I just wanted to say thank you for being here. I'm really proud of each and every one of you for showing up. And you should be really proud of yourself too. So something that so Katie Lassiter, let me backtrack. My name's Ray Ray. I've been with Scentsy for 8.5 years now. I don't know how it's been that long, but Katie Lassiter, who was just speaking right before we started this call, she is my SSD and my sponsor. And one thing that she does, gosh, every week in our team page is she asks us, what is one thing you did this week that you're really proud of? And that is what I want you to put in the chat. One thing. Come up with one thing, whether that's business wise or my husband's dancing, trying to make me laugh. He just messed up my whole freaking thought process. Drop something in the chat that you're proud of, okay? It doesn't have to be business wise if you can't think anything, but just one thing. Is it that you showed up in your team page? Did you show up on social media? Did you go live for the first time? Did you do a training? Did you recruit somebody? Did you meet your sales goal last month or maybe this month? Whatever the case may be, okay? Um, but I just want to I need to walk away from him because he's really screwing me up. I'm losing my train of thought. Um, I just wanted to say that wherever you are in your business, the fact that you are here on this call shows so much to not only to me, but to your leaders on this call as well. So I just wanted to, I don't have much to say other than that. Life is hard and you just have to keep going. Consistency will win every single time. Even if you only have 10% to give that 10%, do that one income producing activity and keep moving forward. Even if you, right now, I'm really trying to grow my team. And I will just be the first to admit, I have sent multiple text out asking my customers if they are interested in joining, and I have been ghosted so many times, guys. Okay, just this week I've been ghosted so many times. So if you are in a similar spot, there's at the end of the day, all we can do is try and keep going. Okay, so I'm really proud of you, and I don't know who's next after me. Arielle.
I can
I
go.
think I was gonna say whoever
Whitney.
wants to.
Yeah.
Whitney.
Okay.
I'll go last because I got a
I was
lot
going
to
to say, Katie's a good closer, but I am unlike Katie. If I don't have something written down, you ain't getting nothing. So, hi guys, my name is Whitney Hebel. I am the Superstar Director of Simply Grace and Grit. So we're going to talk about, real quick, we're going to talk about some cupcakes. I know this is really random, but I put it in my email today, and I just want to elaborate about a cupcake and how we're gonna see our business as a cupcake, okay? So first off, I want y'all to tell me in the chat. We're gonna be interactive. We want y'all live. We want y'all well in. Let me pull up the chat. I'm here. How many of you feel excited when a new release drops? Like when we have something new in our business, how many of you feel excited? Yes, no, maybe yes. Duh. My Abby with the duh. Yes, exactly. It's gonna be excitement, right? That's so exciting. We have amazing products. The products really sell themselves. On the flip side, how many of you feel stress when there isn't a new release or there's not a lot of new releases in a week? Do you feel stress if there's not a new release or something that is being released that week? So every Monday, pretty much we have a new release. But when there isn't a release, what happens? Because, okay, we've got some mix 50-50. Yes, not really. It worries me, not really. Don't feel stressed. Okay, she's just lead me right in here. She said, nope, no stress, focus on the catalog. Okay, so I have seen, at least in my group, that when there's not a lot of new releases or not a lot of or multiple releases going on, um, I get messages from people and they're like, should I be worried that there's no releases? Or what should I focus on this week? We don't have anything new coming. Um, I'm getting a lot of that as a leader, okay? And it really has made me think of the cupcake business mindset, okay? Because if you are feeling stressed when there isn't one, and I'm not saying this is wrong feeling because your feelings are valid. We want to make sure all of our feelings are validated here, but that does show that we're focusing on the wrong things, right? So that shows where many consultants accidentally build their business because they're always chasing the next thing. They're always looking to see what can I share now? What's Scentsy going to give me to sell? What's Scentsy going to give me that I can focus on, right? So I want you to think of your business like a cupcake, okay? The cake is the partying. It's the events, it's the social selling, it's where you're booking parties, you're hosting parties, you're connecting with people, you're creating experiences, and you're meeting new people. That is the cake of your cupcake, okay? The icing, I want you to see that as the catalog, okay? And we used to talk about this all the time about what the sprinkles were. If you know what the sprinkles are, put that in the comment. But the icing is the catalog. So that's going to be your everyday products. That's going to be your core products, your core fragrances, your consistent offerings that customers can always shop. We know they're going to be there. We have a catalog for a reason, right? And then the sprinkles, did anybody put it in what the sprinkles are? Yes. Sonia, my girl. LTOs, flash sales, new collections, specials, right? So like this fragrance flower special. By the way, if you want to challenge, sell one more bundle before it closes out tonight. That's what I challenge my people to. And it's great. Those specials are awesome. That gives us something to focus on. And that flower, I ran with it. And I sold more flowers this in the last week than I probably almost ever have, to be completely honest with you. But we have to change our mindset with our business because those sprinkles are the extras, okay? That's building a business backwards if we're waiting for launches to sell or we're waiting for launches to drop. Only posting about specials or waiting for specials to happen to post and share about. And then we're also riding that emotional sales high, okay? That's going to create that inconsistent income. And honestly, you're probably going to get burnt out because you're going to always be in that chasing mode. You're always going to be looking for what's next. That's not building a sustainable business, okay? Now, if you love the high of it and that's how you want to do your business, awesome. But if you want to build a big business, which is what this is called, big business energy, we really have to build that cupcake business mindset where the cake is the wholesome part, right? So the successful consultant mindset, the top leader is focusing on that consistent partying, that sharing the catalog daily, that building relationships. And honestly, like the cake is usually all covered up with the sprinkles and the frosting and all the fun, glittery, good stuff, right? But that's what makes it a cupcake. So releases become a bonus boost and not necessarily the rescue plan, right? So that should be a bonus in your business. All of those specials, the candles, the flowers, the Mother's Day gifts, the things that honestly as leaders we highlight, those are the extras in our business. But we got to get back to the meat and the meat and potatoes of our business. So I want you to ask yourself, how many parties do you want per month? And what would your income look like, or what would your business look like if catalog sales were steady every single week? I'm not sure if y'all's leader shared this with you, but Jason shared with us last week, Jason Harwood at Home Office, that catalog sales are something that we can focus on right now. It's something where anything in the catalog that we want to focus on would be helpful in our business, okay? And that's even more proof that a lot of consultants for their business, they're more on the chasing and more of the excitement of what special's coming, what is next, what is give me, right? Where the people who are really building the successful businesses, they're not always looking to say, okay, what's Scentsy giving us next? What's Scentsy giving us next? And their business is not growing because of a new release. Their business is growing because of the consistency. It's growing because of the connections. It's growing because they're doing the things that aren't maybe as fun, to be completely honest with you. So the specials, the launches, the flash sales, they're all sprinkles. They're all extras. The sprinkles make things more fun, right? But nobody eats a cupcake made of only sprinkles, right? So we gotta have that cake. We gotta have that icing. The consultants who thrive are not waiting for the excitement. They're creating the momentum in their business every single week by doing those things that, honestly, that you're not seeing. And I think maybe that's how we get misconstrued in our business because we're looking at other leaders and we're seeing, oh, she's sharing the whiff box, or oh, she's sharing the flowers, or oh, she's sharing whatever new releases that week. But what you're not seeing is the one-on-one conversations that they're having, the parties that they're booking, because those are done on a one-on-one basis. And so social media, that's just another example of social media lying to you. Your leader is not going to be putting up all the 50 conversations that they're having in a day to book parties, right? But they are going to share a special release, right? So that's something to think about too. If you want predictable income, you need predictable action. And again, that's going to come in that everyday momentum of creating that you create, not that Scentsy is creating for you. So every single week doing those things. So that means we are booking the party, we're sharing the catalog. Get your catalog out, start sharing it. And I'm talking to myself too, okay? Because I also get caught up in doing that where I'm like, okay, we have this. And really, we just need this. This is gold. There is so much gold in here. Get your testers out, make them work for you, and start focusing on what's in here. Um, let's see what else I got. Booking the party, sharing the catalog, inviting the conversation. So those one-on-one conversations, showing up even when nothing new launches, and not waiting for the next promotion. I want you to be the reason that your business moves and not a special release. And that's all I have. I don't know who's next. Arielle, are you next? Are you speaking? I can't remember who's speaking.
No, I am monitoring tonight. It's either
I
Katie or
can
Maggie.
go. I can go because Katie
Oh,
wants
Maggie.
to close. It's me. Let me
You
get
got
to. Do you hear me?
I see you.
You can't hear me at all?
No, I can hear you. I just needed to find you to spotlight you.
Oh, okay.
You're good.
Hang on. Let me get to a place where you can't hear the dishwasher in the background because that's going to drive me nuts. Okay. So, for those that don't know me, my name is Maggie Hensley, and I'm a SuperStar director just outside Raleigh, North Carolina. And I do every year for the last 5 years now. I've been part of this online vendor event. And I will be very honest with y'all, I have been burned bad in the past by online vendor events. Honestly, they get really messy and there's a zillion people in them and they can be really spammy. But I've been part of this vendor event that is so well run to the point that Arielle has heard me talk about this many times before. It actually makes me a little bit crazy because it is so cutthroat and regimented, but at the same time, it works so well. Every single time I do this event, I get well over 1,000, sometimes 2,000 in sales just from the event. I have found team members. I have found new hosts. It has been huge for my business. And so I do it. So part of this event, and these are things that you can kind of look for too when it comes to an online event, because I think that part of why people get pulled into these things is they're like, oh, I'm going to meet all these people. Well, if you've got an event that has thousands of people in it and you have vendors that are just dumping their entire friends list in there or not being selective, or vendors that are just showing up and expecting to just get all these new people, but they're not actually like bringing others to the event, that's a red flag. If you don't have a moderator, that's a red flag. If there's no posting schedule or calendar, that's a red flag. So the way this event is run is incredible and it's great for my business. But again, like I said, it is a lot. So part of this event is that there's 4 posts that you get a week. So I have 2 time slots. From 10 to 11 tomorrow, I can make 2 posts. And then from 5 to 6 on Thursday, I can make 2 posts. And that's it. That's all I get for the whole week. Now there's like an album on the page where I was able to put some pictures, all of my info, like an about me, like a bio, like a whole thing, which is cool because people can go there and look. And people can kind of revisit things throughout the week, but really it's very like clean and simple. And I've got 4 shots to reach about 500 people are on this event. There's prizes and giveaways and all kinds of stuff. So there's a lot of incentives for people to pay attention and to comment and to engage. And so that's why I've been so successful at this event. So I try to be very, very intentional with my posts. If you have seen, I've done it probably the last 5 years. I do like a Maggie the Elf bit over the holidays. That is one of the posts that I put in the holiday event. And I literally just pretend like one of my customers has called up Maggie the Elf and I'm supposed to put together all of these gifts, or like she has this whole, my customer has a list of people that she needs to buy gifts for, and I help her find Scentsy for each person. And so it's just a fun thing that I do. The spring event, I don't have something like that, but this week I've got 4 posts and I've already decided what I want to put in them. What's wrong, Kat? Okay, I'll be there in just a second, okay? Sorry, I'm solo tonight. And bedtime went a little bit awry. So I've got 4 posts. I already know what I'm going to say in them. I already have mine put together. But if you were to be captive, or if you were to have like that many people captive, and you only had 4 shots to tell them exactly what you wanted them to know about you, about Scentsy, about our products, about specials, about the opportunity, I want to know what some of your posts would be. Spring gifts. So, and I don't care if y'all want to unmute and like we can talk about this, because fan systems. I would love for this to be super interactive so that we can kind of give each other ideas, because here's the thing. Right now, I have the opportunity to talk to this many people, but I have the opportunity to talk to people every day about this. And so I want to be intentional about all of my Scentsy posts, not just when I have an audience. So here's my 4 posts that I'm doing this week. My first post is, one of them is going to be about the solo. I think that's going to be one of my Thursday posts. Thursday, I plan to do solo and maybe talk about some of the other like hands-free systems. And that is going to segue into Scentsy Club, which is my second post, in the whiff box. So I have 2 big boxes of Scentsy product that just arrived. So one of my posts tomorrow is an unboxing, and I'm going to do like sniff sesh, that kind of thing, because people love to do, like they love to watch people unbox things. And so I've got new solo cartridges, I've got candles, I've got flowers. I literally needed to do like a whole house restock. And I closed like 3 parties that I had open. I used a ton of rewards. And so I have a huge amount of product that's just for me that I will like literally go around and put in my house live on there. My first post tomorrow, I like to do like either getting to know me or that kind of thing, because the reality is they can choose anybody to buy Scentsy from. And most of them probably already know somebody that sells Scentsy. And if they're not already loyal to them, obviously I'm not trying to like glean customers from people. And I always ask, like, tell me what your favorite scent is. And so I will ask, like, do you have a consultant that you buy from? Because I want to be respectful. because I always appreciate when my customers come to me and they say, hey, I smelled this at this lady's Scentsy table. I want to buy it from you. So this is not like trying to take customers from people. So I do always ask. But I like to do a getting to know you, because maybe they're a roll up to somebody and their new consultant doesn't really connect with them in any way. And maybe they'll find a connection to me. So I do a little bit of a get to know you. But a few weeks ago, Juniper. Oh, you're tangled up in your harness, girl. A few weeks ago, I was just in like a scent mood. Like I needed a whole house refresh. And so I put a new flower in the bathroom, and I had to change out a purifier filter, and I needed new wax. That's when I put my spring warmers out. I put oil in the diffuser. So I literally like filmed myself doing all of this. And so my first post is going to be, Scentsy's not your mama's wax, just your mama's wax warmer anymore. So talking about like all the different places in my home that I use Scentsy and all the new things that we have. We have new, I was lighting a candle, the fragrance flowers. People assume that we are just wax and warmers if they've not been paying attention. And so if they haven't, Juniper, if they haven't been paying attention, I'm going to let them know all the things that we have. It's going to be pretty short because I also am going to use it on my TikTok and Instagram. So you'll see it tomorrow when it posts. But I just like to be very intentional about kind of a full picture at first, and then I kind of break it down. So first post will be that like we're not just wax and warmers. Second post will be my unboxing. The post on Thursday will be, I'm going to talk about the solo because I just got mine connected finally. And I'm loving it, by the way. But while I still love our wax and warmers, I don't use them nearly as much as I use our other products anymore. I just don't. My kids are constantly spilling it. I love the pods and my air purifiers that I have in every room. I love the solo, all the things. And so I might just kind of talk about some of those other products. The solo cartridges last how long? Maybe 3 months. Flowers last for 2 months. Pods, I use like one pod pack a week in my air purifiers, right? So all of those things are refillables. And so then it doesn't make sense to not get them through Scentsy Club. And then you can get your Rift box for half price, which they will see me unbox. I haven't decided if they're going to, I might use the whiff box as like my second Thursday post and kind of tie that into Scentsy Club, because that's kind of like my gateway drug to Scentsy Club is the whiff box. So I might leave that out of my box tomorrow and just kind of do like a spring sniff sesh. But that is my plan. But I want to know what you guys would do. Like, what would you say if you had only 4 chances? Because for a party, if you do like an online party, you've got them for a week, 2 weeks, whatever, you can kind of revisit it. That's not the case for this event. So I have 4 shots to tell people everything that I want them to know about Scentsy. And hear me, they don't need to know everything about Scentsy. They don't. If I only wanted to talk about wax and warmers, I could do that. If I only wanted to talk about the monthly special, I could do that. There's still plenty of things. I don't have to like word vomit on them. I am choosing to talk about the other products because that's what I use more of right now. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with choosing to go toward a different fragrance direction rather than just wax and warmers, because that's what fits my family and my life best right now is like a hands-off, set it and forget it, set my little schedule on my phone, on my app, or throw one thing of pods in there a week. You know what I mean? Like I love the act, like the duplication of filling up my diffuser every morning when I get up. I do that every morning when I wake up. I walk over, I start my coffee, and I put oil in my diffuser, and it like wakes us up. It is a total joy thing for me. And I will fill that thing like 2 or 3 times a day sometimes. So why I don't have a problem doing that, but like I really struggle to change my wax right now, I don't know. I literally don't know. I also have no trouble like lighting my candle every single night at like 7:30. You know what I mean? So I don't know why, but I'm just really enjoying the other products that we have. And so I'll touch on the wax and warmers because there will be people that I'll meet this week that don't know anything about Scentsy. there will be, because we find them everywhere. I'm constantly finding new customers through um, like local Facebook pages or marketplace or whatever. But this week, like I said, 4 shots. Oh geez, my chat. Okay. Singing Eminem. Uh, you guys are, well, I don't know if how it's set, if you can unmute yourself. If somebody has an idea, unmute yourself, because even though I already have my plan, somebody else might need some inspiration or something to post, because, you know, I haven't talked about the smart
I
or not.
love how the Maggie the Elf thing is like my favorite.
Yeah.
And so you could do that springtime, you know, like, oh my
Yes.
gosh, you've got all these people to shop for with, you know, all the things that were listed. But I think using the products and showing how they're used removes so much of the guesswork, which stops people from trying in the first place. When they see how simple our products are to use, for the most part, that connection of the solo sometimes is a little tricky bee, but our products are super simple to use, and I think sometimes people get in their head. So I think just demoing the products is key.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this isn't about a post, but is that okay, Maggie?
Yeah, go ahead. I don't
Okay.
care.
So I am reading this book and it's really good. And I'm totally the teacher in me. I'm like writing things down as I'm reading it, because if I don't, I'm going to completely forget. And I want to write it down because that'll like instill it into my brain. And it's so good. So our customers have burning questions. If we aren't answering those questions, they're going to move on to another brand. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Everybody loves fragrance. Everybody buys fragrance. What is going to make them choose us? And exactly what Arielle was saying, I don't know why I struggle so much. The biggest mistake that marketers make is, well, this is the second mistake, is we require customers to burn too many calories to understand the offer, meaning they don't understand how it works, or it's not simple. We assume they know exactly. So exactly what she said about modeling the products. Okay. Another mistake people make is they're failing to focus on the aspect of their offer that will help people survive and thrive. You may think fragrance doesn't help people survive and thrive, but it does. It helps people thrive by changing their mood, by helping them survive the day. I'm going really deep into this book and it's really going to help you, but and I'm going to keep sharing later. But when you're thinking about what to share, y'all, you need to identify, what does your customer want? What problem are we helping them solve? And what is life going to look like after they use our product? So what does Maggie's life look like after she fills her diffuser? What does it feel like? What emotion does it invoke? Same thing when you light your candle. Those types of things are why customers are making buying decisions. Another thing is, the essence of branding is creating simple, relevant messages that you can repeat over and over. Scentsy is fill life with fragrance.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think we say that enough, because we've been wax and warmers for so long. And I think fill your life with fragrance has just been like something that it's like been said on the website or on our catalog, but I don't really feel like we've said that. But that is really like what we do.
Yeah.
Every part of Scentsy can be filled your life with it. Anyway.
There's so much science too behind like your emotions and scent, and the way that it helps you like regulate your nervous system and all of the things. And so we really don't even have to look that far to help people connect with what our products offer. And I think part of me starting the event off with showing all the different places that I use Scentsy is just like, we can literally fill our entire, not just our home, but our life with like making things smell better. And that makes literally everything better. I mean, the car, if you're, the solo, yeah, it might be hard to connect sometimes, but like, how great would that be for a teacher?
Mm-hmm.
You can
Literally,
set it.
I
Like
would be
set it.
soloing it up.
Yeah, just set it for your school hours. I mean, I use the little smart timers on my warmers too because I don't want to waste my wax overnight. And so there's so many different ways that people don't realize that they can use our products, and we're not just, that warmer that sat on your mama's kitchen counter forever. Like we're not just that anymore. And so there's nothing about us that has become like obsolete. We are still the best fragrance company as far as like home fragrance, but people don't know what we have anymore. Like they just assume that we're just wax and warmers. And so and that's because I think we just don't talk about it enough.
I
And
agree.
I'm talking about me too. Like I haven't talked about it enough. I mean, I fill my diffuser every day, but do I put that in my stories every day? No. Why? I don't know. I don't know.
Well, and that's literally what this book was like slapping me in the face about.
Yeah.
Like your customer is the hero, and everybody has a problem.
Mm-hmm.
And customers are attracted to brands because they want to solve a problem. And that's going to solve it in big or small ways. Um, that solves a problem that has in a big or small way disrupted their peaceful life.
Mm.
By talking about the problems our customers face, we deepen their interest in everything we offer.
Mm-hmm.
So think about you walking into your chaotic house at 3 or 4 o'clock when everything's crazy because everybody just you just walked into the house, everybody's throwing all their shit on the counter, and everybody's asking you a million questions. One kid wants water, one kid wants Oreos, one kid wants everything. Everything's crazy. But I just walked in and it smelled like watermelon tangerine because I changed my wax before I left.
Yeah.
That solved a problem for me. At least it smells good in here. I just dropped dirt all over the floor, but it smells good. So I think that when we're talking about it, we're making it way too deep.
Yeah. One thing that I've kind of shifted in what I've been doing in sharing Scentsy is, um, Whitney was talking about the sprinkles and the cupcake and all that, and how many like LTOs we had, and it got so heavy for so long, and now like some people don't know how to sell without relying on that.
Mm-hmm.
But so there's been this kind of trend on TikTok that I've noticed over the last couple of months I've been paying attention to, and people do like empties videos, and they show like their empty bottles of things that
The
they've
empties of the
used.
month. Yeah.
I saved all my Scentsy empties from last month.
Jesus.
And I'm
You're
gonna
smart.
show all of the wax bars that I used and the pods that I used, and I have all my other like skincare empties and stuff like that.
Yes,
But
I
like
love that.
I used the end of some of my oils, and I've tried to be really intentional about like saving things, because rather than sharing what I have to sell to you, I want you to see what I'm using, what I'm loving. Like
Yeah, but Claire,
I want you to know what my house smells like.
I know, but I want to
Not
make it, I want to look
well,
at it. I
no, but I
know, I need to
throw
hide
it in
it.
a throw it in a basket. That's what I
Yeah,
did. Like I have like a basket and I've got them in here like in a cabinet where I can't see it because I don't like clutter either.
that's so smart.
But I have just a basket, and I just threw it in a basket, and then like once I do my video, which I should have done it at the end of March and I didn't, so it'll probably be an April empties video by the time all this gets done. But um saving things though that I've used, and it won't just be Scentsy that I share. It will
Right.
be the end of the lip gloss that I used the other day, or like I realized that I'm using like little bits of things instead of finishing it out. So it's also helping me to like finish things,
Oh,
because
yeah,
people want to see what you use. Like they want
for
to
sure.
know. And who cares if it's all pods that I'm sharing? Like maybe I only use
It doesn't
pods that
matter.
month.
Yeah,
Who cares? Like there's no pressure to use one, product or another or whatever. Or like, I don't necessarily use the Scentsy laundry stuff. I use a different laundry thing. So I'll share who cares? I'll share that. And so there's just like, I think a different shift. And rather than feeling like you always have to sell what Scentsy offering at that moment on that Monday and having that pressure, like just share what you're using.
right.
Like maybe you just grab something from your Scentsy Club stash, and that made you happy. Like that's an opportunity to talk about club, even if it's just
Literally.
using the word club. Like there's a lot of ways that you can continue to inject Scentsy into your marketing without it being Scentsy, Scentsy, Scentsy all the time, and without feeling like you're having to sell stuff all the time. Like just share what you're using and what you're loving, because that's really what people want to know. Like I don't know about y'all, but I have so many customers that'll be like, I don't know what I want, just put me something together.
Mm-hmm.
Or what do you have at your house? Can I give you $50 and you just send me a box? Yeah.
Right.
Like, so sometimes people will get like analysis paralysis. Tell them
Oh,
what
for
you're
sure. I do.
using. Yeah.
Yeah.
And people will be like, oh, I want that. I get analysis paralysis with all the stuff that we have.
Right.
I
I
do.
have to look through the catalog and like be like, what do I want?
Yeah. Or I just end up using the stuff that comes in my club that I already know that I love, you know? So anyway, that's just kind of an idea. And that's really kind of what I wanted to talk about tonight is just like, yes, I have this captive audience and these 4 posts. Great. I have a plan for what I'm going to share, but there's no reason why I can't be sharing like this all the time. Because really, like we do have kind of a captive audience when you look at our warm market in our stories, people that watch our stories.
Mm-hmm.
I just got a ton of new followers because I posted my baby horse. And so you're darn tootin'. I'm going to start talking more about Scentsy because people will be like, how do you afford to have 2 horses? Well, I do have a job. I do work, even though like I spend half my day at the barn. Like that doesn't mean that I'm not also working and doing, all these other things. And so, but yes, I am too, Whitney. I'm definitely a creature of habit. And I know like when I get out of my habits, I struggle, and fragrance is a huge part of that.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, that's all I had to say.
Okay, I'm going to tell y'all like 3 more sentences from this book, and then I'm going to let Katie finish us out. And this book is called Building a Story Brand 2.0. It is actually a book that you probably should buy because he keeps referencing some AI feature and some other thing on the website that you can only get access to if you actually bought the book. And I got the book from the library and you have to like pay for it. I tried to like work my way around it. There's no way to like get in there without having to pay for it. And I didn't buy the book. So, and I don't know how much the book is, and I'm just kind of going through it. I make myself read it like 20 minutes a day and then stop because it's a lot. But it's good. And it makes so much sense, and it's not it's really going to help you clarify that, guys, you're more than just you aren't Scentsy. You're more than Scentsy. Scentsy's your vessel. So you have to remember that when you're thinking about stuff like that. And that's something that I've kind of like not struggled with. I've known I'm not Scentsy, but you have to think about it. Okay, so anyway, let me tell you a couple more sentences and then I'm gonna let Katie finish this out. Um, da, 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 da. Never assume people understand how Scentsy can change their lives for the better. Don't assume, tell them. We have to tell them, and we have to tell them over and over and over again. Not blasting it in their face. That can be subtly. That can be subtly, like Maggie talking about getting her horse and stuff. We must tell customers how great their life can look if they buy our products and services. For instance, I filmed this morning my living room looking like complete chaos with dirt on the floor because I knocked the plant over and pillows everywhere and everything was a mess, right? And I'm I filmed all that being a mess and then I Scentsy Fresh the couch and me cleaning it up. And I'm gonna do some type of voiceover or something of something about like your house can be a shit show or chaotic mess or whatever, but it doesn't have to smell like it. And I'm gonna do that, and then a picture of me changing the wax with it too. I don't know exactly what I'm gonna do, but it's gonna be something like that, and that's not salesy. But it doesn't have to smell like it. And I'm still referencing our products, right? But that solved a problem. And overstimulated moms or overwhelmed moms or whatever can feel that way. And putting that kind of stuff into your content. People can be more talented, but they will never outwork you if you don't let them. And that is something that I struggle with, because being on the internet and watching everybody who you feel like is so much better than you and has so much more talent than you, or you see that they have so much more success, it can be very, it can make you freeze. It can make you just, women struggle with self-worth, but they can never outwork you if you don't let them. Anyway, I'm gonna get it together. I think this is something like as a group project that we can do. We need to define something our customer base wants, feature it in our messaging and marketing, and that's going to open up a story gap that's going to drive engagement and action. So basically, you're defining a specific desire that your customers have and become known for helping people achieve that specific desire. That's more than just fragrance. It has to be something more than that. Don't assume people know what you're offering. Tell them in plain, simple, repeatable language. For Scentsy, fill your life with fragrance. And that's exactly what popped into my head. Filling their life with fragrance. Filling their life with fragrance. Figure out what problems our products solve. That is where I feel like we really need to focus. It's more than just wax and warmers. It's the emotion, it's the feeling, it's the cozy vibes, it's the decor, it's all those types of things. And I feel like that's something that, this is kind of where I have stopped, but there's 3 types of problems: external, internal, and philosophical. External is obviously your environment. We can fix that with warmers. And we can sort of fix that with smell as well. Oh, this one. To discover internal, by assuming our customers only want to solve external problems, we fail to engage the deeper frustration that they are feeling. Everybody's feeling internal problems. To discover internal problems, ask yourself or your customers. My handwriting is awful. Are they feeling tired, overwhelmed? The more you talk about that I can't even read what I'm saying. The more you talk about how their problem's making you feel with how your product's going to solve that, the more you can resolve their frustration. So what does this problem make our customers feel like? And how is Scentsy going to solve it? Anyway, I'm done talking because I can't even read my handwriting. Love y'all. I hope I didn't bore you to death. This book is really good. I'm done.
Hey, I want to
Katie?
pop on and sorry, I'm going to say something
Oh.
real quick. And then Katie's turn. I have been going through a season right now of grief and shifting, like as Katie said earlier, life is LIFEIN. And it just sometimes feels like we are trudging through quicksand that we were all made to be terrified of in our childhood. But really, it isn't a problem, right? So I'm just going to say, like, this is the quicksand of my brain. It's like, you know what I mean? Never ending story at our tax. Anybody? Okay, great. Am I just showing my age here? I'm almost 40.
No. I thought quicksand was always going to get me. I literally thought I was going to walk into
Princess
quicksand
Bride.
all the time.
All the time.
It's never happened. I don't think I've ever seen it.
No. So I think that all the problems that we build up in our head it's like quicksand. Like they're not real. It's not even there. It's not even there. So anyway, that's what I was going to say. No, I just wanted to let you guys know that we are people who go through shit too. Like this is a season for me where I didn't expect to be here 13 days ago when I found out my grandma passed away. And so I'm riding a grief wave right now, and my husband is traveling for work 90% of the week, and it's just a different season for our family. And so I have been struggling. So tonight I needed this too. This isn't I know Ray said at the beginning and Whitney said it too. Like we're not oh my gosh, you guys, I think I'm in the part of my cycle where words are really hard. I we are not removed from experiencing issues because we're leaders. Life is still happening to all of us, and we each need to find a way to get out of that damn quicksand. Okay? Oh, I'm okay, that's all. Okay, probably. Okay, Katie, your turn.
Oh, I cannot look at myself on spotlight. Let me move to some people. Oh no. Surprise, surprise. I have a lot to say. I just been having so much to say lately, and I just don't know where to start. I did take notes, kind of took notes. I don't know where I'm going to go with this. I'm going to let it lead me. That's what we're going to do. So, the first thing I want to say is your circle of control. Especially if you're a leader. If you're a leader, comment in the comments that you are a leader. There are certain things in life that you are just not in control over. I'm a control freak. I like to be in charge. That's no secret. I like to be in charge. I like to know what's going to happen. I like to predict my future. And I like to be in charge. If you've been in this business for a day, a month, a year, one thing you're going to have to be really, really okay with is that you are not in control. There are only certain things in your business that you are in control over. Your work ethic, your enthusiasm. What is the 3 E's? Your work ethic, your enthusiasm, and I don't know what the third one is, but I'll get back to you on that. It's in my notes section, and it's on my phone right now. Your work ethic, your enthusiasm, and there's another one. You're only in control over that. You are not in control over if your customers aren't buying right now. You are in control over finding new customers. You are not in control if your team is working or if they're not working. You are in control over showing up still. You have to be okay with still showing up even when you don't feel like it. Even if you're going through a hard time. Every leader that spoke tonight talked about going through hard times. You're going to go through hard seasons in your life. I'm going to share a few little tidbits, and then I want to share with you guys how I've been working this month that I have found to be very, very successful, because it's been a very overwhelming month, 2 months, and sometimes you have to pivot. Sometimes you have to really reflect and say, am I doing things that matter? One of my biggest pet peeves, and I'm speaking to myself because I was one of these people for a few years, when people say I'm so overwhelmed. When I have people that come to me and my team that say I'm so overwhelmed, I say, why? Why are you overwhelmed? Tell me why you're overwhelmed. I'm just so overwhelmed. Well, why are you overwhelmed? You're not even active yet. You haven't sponsored, and you have one teamie. So explain to me why you're overwhelmed. You know why you're overwhelmed? Speaking to everybody on this call, you know why you're overwhelmed? Because you're worried about what everybody else is doing. And we got to stop. And I'm speaking to myself because for a few years, I got into that. I was paying so much attention to what the far everybody else was doing on the interweb that I was not living my life. And I'm going to go here for a minute, and then I'm going to let it pass. But until you have a truly life-altering thing happen in your life that really makes you open your eyes and say, wow, I need to reset my priorities. And scrolling Facebook and looking at other people living their best life is not a priority. I have this taped here, and it's been taped here. My mom passed, for those that you don't know, and I'm going to harp on that every call because that was a life-altering, eye-opening experience for me. And share the shift in a minute. What good is it for someone to gain the whole world yet forfeit their soul? And I have this taped to my computer. And I say this, I promoted to the top of the company in 2 years. It's a huge accomplishment. I've made $10, $20, $30, $40,000 paychecks. Amazing accomplishment, right? That's amazing. That's wonderful. A lot of people want that, right? But what good is it if I am not living my own life? What good is it if I'm worried about, oh my God, Chastity's posted the flowers, buy 3, get 1 free. I need to do it too. I need to do it too. Oh my God, I'm overwhelmed. Oh my God, I need to send an email. Oh my God, this is coming out Monday. Oh my God, freaking myself out if I'm not enjoying my personal journey. What point of this business brings joy? This business brings my joy. I'll be here for the rest of my life because the product brings me joy. But I had to really reflect after my mom passed and said, am I living my life? Or am I stalking the news tab every second to see what's coming out? Or am I looking at what Stacey Edwards is posting or what Ray Ray's posting or what all these other leaders are posting, and I feel behind in my own life? I'm overwhelmed. Not with my own life, because I'm looking at everybody else, what everybody else is doing. So here's a little tidbit. You can have a very successful business and live your best life. People can read through bullshit. They can read, and I had a close friend of mine really look me in the eye and say, you always talk about how much this business blesses you, but then you always talk about how overwhelmed you are. That does not sound fun. You're always stressed and you're always overwhelmed. That does not sound fun, and it's not fun. You can have a very successful business if you are focused on the things that truly, truly matter. So here's what reset for me, and I'm going to share this with y'all. Number one, you have to take care of yourself. You have to take care of yourself. That's going to look different for every single person. For me, it's getting up before my family gets up and moving my body. It's feeding myself a nutritious meal instead of pounding 5 pounds of coffee. I don't like to work out. I don't enjoy it. I'm not like some of these people that say, oh my God, I love to work out. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. But I love the way I feel after I do it. I sleep. I go to bed at a decent hour. I disconnect from social media after 5 o'clock. We done here. We done. You will not see me on social media after 5 o'clock. You will not see me on social media on Saturday and Sundays. There are ways that you can still work your business and not be working your business. Case in point, every time I have a bulk order come in, I sit down and I spend a good hour taking a million pictures. A million pictures. That way I have content to post every day. I post on Facebook every single day, something Scentsy related, something business related, because I gather new customers every single day. Today I posted a whiff box. An old consultant reached out to me to order. And she goes, I stopped selling it and I need a new consultant. I post every single day because I get customers every single day. That's not all I post, but I post something every day. That whiff box post I posted today, I took last week. I sit down and I bulk take pictures, and then when life is crazy like now, like Mondays, I have content to post even if I'm not present in my business. I wasn't even home all day today. But it looked like I was home because I took a picture of packaging I did last week, a story I did last week. I did all that last week. You can still work your business and live your life. You have to have a joyful, fulfilled life because you're going to become so overwhelmed at some point that you're going to want to quit. If you do not find joy in the journey that you're in and stop the comparison game and stop looking at what everybody else is doing, you're going to want to quit eventually, no matter how successful you are, no matter how much money you make. You're going to get to a point where you're burned out and you're overwhelmed and you think that that's what it's supposed to feel like to be successful. And it is not. It is not. My PRV is over 5,000 right now. And it's the 13th. We still got a lot of month left. My business is more success. My leaders may not be leading. My team may not be growing the way that I want to do, but I touch my business every single day. I'm not in control over what other people do. What I am control over is working my business and showing people how I work my business, showing my team, showing my leaders how I work my business. I'm not in control over. I am control over my effort. You have to focus on your effort and not the result. Stop focusing so much on the result and focus on your effort. Touching your business every single day. Last week, for those that don't, that was the third E, Carly. Effort, enthusiasm, ethic, and effort. There you go. There you go. My parents have custody of my niece. So I have custody of my niece pretty much. And she was supposed to be with her mom last week, and then her mom decided she wasn't going to get her. So I had an extra kid that I wasn't expecting to get last week, which is fine. But internally, I started freaking out. And I said, Katie, what do you need to get done this week? What's a priority to you this week? You need to sponsor and you need to get some parties booked. That's all I did last week. I spent 15 minutes every day, and my to-do list was done before 10 o'clock every day. And then I had the rest of the day to spend with my niece and my kids. You can have a very successful business if you're focused and not worried about what everybody else is doing. A very, very successful business. Work your business, mind your business. Find joy in your journey. Find joy in why did you join? Why did you start this to begin with? This shouldn't feel like a burden. This should feel like a blessing. And it really didn't hit me until after my mom passed, when I sat down and I reflected on my personal business. You know, when you're in the shitter, you just think your whole life is shit. You just do. When one bad thing happens, you just start thinking everything is wrong. And that's where, like, I sent a whole, almost, it's in my spam, a resignation letter to Scentsy to cancel my account, because literally when my mom died, I felt like everything was gone. It was ridiculous, because people are like that, right? One bad thing happens, like, oh my God, my marriage is crazy, my kids are crazy, I just don't think I'm good at this thing. We just start to like unravel in a really crazy, crazy, crazy way. And I had to reflect and say, what would my life look like without this business? This business, why did it become a burden? At what point? Because at one point in my business, I prayed for a team member, just one. It was a person to join me. I prayed for one host. I prayed for 500 PRV. I prayed to get at one part in my business. I prayed for what I have now. So what point did it become a burden? This shouldn't feel like a burden. And if it is, you have to reevaluate, because it shouldn't feel like a burden. It should feel like a blessing. And once I got to a place where I said, you know what, Katie, you need to live your life joyfully. Do the thing. If I'm overwhelmed, why are you overwhelmed? Because I'm all over social media, I'm doing all these things. Then you need to disconnect. And people know, don't even try to text me on Saturday and Sunday, because I ain't responding to nobody. I sleep in on Saturday because I get up early to work out that I don't want to do Monday through Friday. So I live my best life, totally unplugged. And you know what the beauty in that is? People say, Katie, you look so happy. And my happiness has radiated to finding a brand new customer base, because people see me happy. When I am on social media, it's not because I'm overwhelmed or because it feels forced or because I have to. They see me authentically traveling with my best friend or going to dinner with my husband or playing with my kids. It's authentic happiness, and people are drawn to that. They are drawn to happy people. And it's not a forced happy, it's an authentic happy. And I've gained so many new customers. So, which leads me into how I've been working my business. Because I have, make sure I got it all. I have gained a lot of new customers in the last 2 months. And I couldn't figure out how I was doing it. I really did not know where all these people were coming out the freaking woodwork. People randomly comment on my post. And then, like, one customer commented that she wanted something. I messaged her. She goes, girl, I've been watching you for years. That Brinley gives you a run for her money. This girl ain't never liked or commented on nothing. I didn't even know how we were friends. I ain't never heard her name from Adam. And here's the cool part. When you start really authentically living your life and people feel that it's authentic and it's genuine, it's not forced, and it's not AI generated, and it's not some app creating a post, it's natural. People can feel the natural. They want that. You attract the right people into your business. So this is how I work my business now. This is silly willy, but this has been working for me, and I hope this works for y'all. So I have 5 bags of testers at home. I know that's extreme. And I had all 5 bags out last month. And guess what? They all came back with not hardly no orders. Like, one came back with $100 in orders. One came back with a $60 order, but it didn't matter. I was really bummed at first. I'm like, how are these all not qualifying parties with a new catalog? Then I had to change my mindset. Said, you know what, Katie? It don't matter, because 100 PRV is 100 PRV. $60 PRV is $60 PRV you ain't had before. So just change your mindset. So my mindset changed. that I am determined to never have a bag at my house, ever, ever, ever. And I have got so good at this the last 2 months. I'm almost proud of myself. Do y'all see me up here prepping bag parties while all these other ladies were talking? Because I got 2 bag parties back today. Both of them brand new customers that commented on my post the last couple weeks. They commented, their order came in. And this is what I said to them. I said, hey, girl, your order's in. I can drop it off. These are local people. I can drop it off for you whatever day. And I said, yeah, okay, that's good. I'm like, do you want to smell the new stuff? Do you want to smell the new stuff? I have a whole bag of new stuff. And then when I take, everybody says yes to smell the new stuff. Let's be for real. That's all I tell them. I take them this bag. And when I give it to them, I said, if you have like friends and family that want to sniff the new stuff, if you let them sniff them and collect a few orders, you get some free stuff too. Okay? That's all I tell them. Then once a week, I let them keep it for 2 weeks. I check in with them. Hey, how's it going? And one girl said, oh my God, I feel so bad. I only got 2 people to order, but they each placed a $70 order. Party wasn't qualifying, but that's 2 new customers. I don't care about qualifying anymore. I can give them a bar of my set of the month as an incentive for toting my bag. It don't have to be no grand gesture. Don't make them feel bad about it. Don't make them feel any type of way. They're literally introducing new people into your circle, right? It's not hard. And for a while, I would get so bummed, like, oh my God. And then I would keep these bags right in my house because I didn't want to ask no more. Because what felt worse? What felt worse, a flopped party or no party? So then I just stopped asking because I'm like, they're all coming back for flops. Everything I'm doing is not working, right? Because you go down a little, I just suck. This isn't for me anymore. I used to have all the qualifying parties. I used to get 1,000,000 parties booked a month. Now I can't even get a party booked. And if I do get it booked, it's not qualifying, right? So I'm just not going to ask nobody no more. And that's where I was for a while, okay? There's danger in that. There's danger because I wasn't growing my customer base. So guess what? I wasn't sponsoring. There's danger in that. So now I don't give a fart if it's qualifying or not. I don't care. The bag's getting out my house. It's getting out my house. So they getting, I got 5 of them out. I picked up 3 today. And guess what? All 3 are going back out tomorrow. I got an order that came in today. This is how smart I've gotten with it. I'm not going to say I'm lazy. I'm just crunched for time. And I do my best work when I'm crunched for time. I truly do. I do my best work when I ain't got no time. I didn't have no time today. I'm going to pick up at these bag parties. But I messaged all the girls. 2 of them said, yes, I only have 1 or 2 orders. I'm so sorry. I'm like, girl, it's fine. And I popped up at their job with a bar of some month. I said, thank you for sniffing all the new scents. Here's a gift for you. They gave me 2 brand new customers. It's not that serious, okay? So I had an order come in today. I also prep on my bag. Let me just show y'all. This is how we are with time. We ain't got time. We ain't got time to be playing around. Anytime I have an order come in, I go on and prep their bag with their name, okay? It's prepped. All the bags are prepped, okay? This lets me in my mind know my delivery system, okay? That's how my mind is. So anyway, I had an order come in. I had a package. So when I picked up them 3 bag parties today, I have to make deliveries tomorrow. I messaged the new ones. And I said, hey, do you want to sniff the new stuff? They don't know me from Adam. They're a brand new customer. I'm trying to give them superb customer service. I want them to sniff all the new stuff. So this is my new way of having good customer service. Thank you for choosing me to order from. Next time I drop your order off, I'm going to bring this bag to you. You can sniff it. Bonus if they work somewhere. Bonus, they're around people. I'm going to drop this bag off with you, and I'll pick it up next week. Just let some of your people sniff it, and then when you collect a few orders, you get some free and half off stuff. I don't care if it qualifies or not. It doesn't matter to me. They get 1 person to order to sniff it. That's a brand new customer for me. I'll do the rest. I'll build the relationship after they order. I'll do all that. I'm not worried about it qualifying. What I'm focused on is never having a set of testers at my house ever. If that means I already have a bag ready for the gas station lady, because I see her every day. I comment on her nails. She got different nails every day. How you get your nails done every single day? That's not my business, but I be commenting on her nails every time I see her. And she asked me what I was doing in the gas station, why I haven't been there in a week. I said, because the kids had spring break. And I wasn't coming all the way to Round Rapids. That's 40 minutes away. She said, that's your, girl, what do you do? What do you mean you were off for spring break? I said, oh, it's a business called Scentsy. Have you ever heard of it? No. She's never heard of it. There's literally 3 superstar directors. She's never heard of Scentsy before, ever. So guess what, homegirl, getting tomorrow? A bag. We're not playing around no more, okay? You get an order, if you're delivering, book a party. We don't have time to play around. It's not hard. Don't be nervous. Don't get discouraged. If it doesn't qualify, it doesn't matter if it qualifies or not. We're not looking for the result. Stop looking for the result. We're not looking for the result of a qualifying party. We're looking for the result of one new customer. Because we need to get back to one. Not a whole pie. I don't want a $500 party. I would love that, yeah, but that's not my goal right now. My goal is one new customer. Not a $500 party or a $1,000 party. One new customer that I can build a relationship with. That is the focus. We have got to stop thinking about the whole pie and break that down, because I have 5,000 PRV right now. It's the 13th. You know why? Because these bags have been going. These bags are working. Post every day. Post every single day. Go look at my posts. Some of these people ain't never comment on none of my stuff ever. But I get one order. The girl named Jessica, or I posted clearance sale, do that too. Go to your clearance section, do your own sale. I had a new girl named Jessica order for me last week. I took her order. She reordered already. She reordered. So guess what? Homegirl's order came in today, her second order in 2 weeks. Homegirl's getting a bag tomorrow. So post every single day something. Sometimes I just take a picture of my pods in my car. New scent. That picture was taken 2 weeks ago, BTW. None of my shit is current. Y'all look at my stories. I'm not home. I packaged up an order today and I won't even home. That video was done last week. Take 1,000,000 pictures of products. Take pictures of you with a product and post it. Post a sale. You get one new person to comment on your post. Yeah, personal page. Okay, personal page, not VIP page. Side note, I have a VIP page. Mine is very successful, but I post the same exact thing on my personal page. It's the same thing on both pages. You get new people commenting, get a bag of testers in their hands. It doesn't matter if it's a qualifying party or not, because it's going to overwhelm them. Just say, do you want to sniff stuff? So that's my challenge for y'all, to never have a set of testers at your house. And I'm going to be very, very honest with y'all. This fall, I could have done better. I let my whole section of my house have 5, 6 bag parties the whole fall. Why? Because I didn't want to ask. Because I didn't want to hear no. And worse, I didn't want to hear yes, do the work of delivering it, and then it not even being a qualifying party. My mindset had to shift, that it doesn't matter if it qualifies or not. It's the effort that matters. One customer. Even if just that girl orders, that's one order I didn't have before. We have got to go back to small efforts. Because it doesn't matter how extreme you are. It doesn't matter if you go big in your business one day a month. It doesn't matter. You're better off doing one thing a day, every day, than doing 1,000,000 things in one day. One thing a day. Make your little checklist tonight. What you going to do tomorrow? Are you going to book parties, have sponsoring conversations, or show up for your team? If it ain't one of those 3 things, stop doing it. That's why you're overwhelmed. If it's not one of those 3 things, following up with customers, booking parties, sponsoring, showing up for your team, you are wasting your time, because those are the only things in this business that's going to grow your business. And if you're skipping it, no wonder you're overwhelmed. No wonder you're frustrating, and no wonder your business isn't growing, because you're skipping all of the things that truly matter, because you're trying to keep up with the Joneses, who are thinking you think they're doing all the things, but then you ask them what their numbers are and they ain't even active. But you think they're killing it in life because they are doing 1,000,000, 100,000,000 reels. And you think they're doing all the things, when in reality, people that are really hustling ain't even on social media, because they too busy talking to folks at the gas station, asking them why their nails done every day. Okay? Okay, that's all I got. And that was a lot. There was a lot, and it didn't even go together, really. There's a lot of Nothing. So hopefully you got some out of it.
I, for one, am excited to listen to the replay of that because I was sitting here still eating my dinner, talking with my daughter, but there were so many nuggets in that, in all of them, honestly. Like, I love the trainings that we have done, but I think tonight is what I needed most. And so I can't wait to go back and listen to the whole thing again. So thank you guys all for sharing tonight. And to everybody who showed up, thank you so much. And if you're watching the replay and you weren't able to show up live, thank you for watching the replay. You're just freaking awesome, and we are so grateful for you. We are so glad you are here. All right, dudes, we are over time. So if you have any questions, no, I am so concerned. Reach out to your team. Like, start these conversations. Ray said it felt like listening to a podcast tonight. So, like, have conversations with your friends too, your teammates, your upline, your sidelines. Have these conversations, encourage each other, and just can't stop, won't stop, you know? All right, dudes. Have a good night.
Bye, y'all.